Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Vash coming at you with Dota commentary, actually some sort of professional game, which was, I believe it was in the round of 16, best of 16 teams in the It Goes to Monthly Madness competition, and this is game number 2. Game number 2 has been taken by QWERT 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is I mean, not the most familiar team, but it's still, it has entered the Dota scene, and probably is a tier 2 team, I would say, probably, or tier 3, depending on how you view it. Definitely high skilled, and they definitely have been qualifying for competitions, minor competitions, such as a G Sports tournament and that kind of stuff. So yeah, and they're playing against myWin.dota, which is MW, and obviously the tag of QWERT is not existent in game, so I will just be referring to them probably as the Radiant. Anyway, so let's just jump into the game right now. We currently have fairly typical bans. Lycan first ban, followed by a Tidehunter ban, Furin banned out, Darkseer banned out, and a Temp banned out. Invoker now falls out too, so yeah, they're still fairly good first pick heroes. Obviously Windrunner is one of those, which is being picked up immediately by the Scourge. And Tidehunter is recently very often in the first pick stage, because he's such a good hero and such a clash interrupter. So whatever you want to do, if you want to go heavy clash and whatever, you either need him or you ban him. And I guess either way he's always worth ban. Leshrac also has had like a trend to enter first pick phase. Also Beastmaster's being picked up. So this already looks pretty push heavy, and obviously both of them can go solo mid. So we will see what's gonna happen. They're still very flexible in how they want to lane it. They can also lane Leshrac in the try at bottom as a Radiant. They can do a lot with it, so we'll see. Beastmaster can obviously also off lane or hard lane, doesn't matter, he can do whatever he wants to. He has a Scout Hawk if he chooses to skill it, so yeah, pretty push intensive first 2 picks. The Dire is answering with the Sand King pick, which is obviously a good counter push hero too, especially in addition with the Venomancer, who has obviously the Plague Wards. And so we'll see how this game is going to go. If I remember correctly, game 1 was focused on push 2. Obviously I did not cast it, I'm not casting it, but I watched it, and it was a fairly good game, but it had some long intervals of not the biggest action for like in the first 20 minutes. However, it was still a good game. So anyways, obviously myWin.dota will have to come back with a victory to be able to go into a decider match. We'll see if that's going to happen or not. I mean, this game is already overdue like 2 weeks or whatever, so you probably even know who won it if you followed It Goes to Monthly Madness qualifiers. So we'll see what's going to happen in this game. Obviously, it's always hard for new casters like me, who are not the most experienced casters, even if they played Dota for 5 years or whatever. It's hard for people like me to get onto replays. So this is why I'm currently lacking any commentaries, and I only have 1 commentary so far. So I guess I'm not really doing a lot currently, but we'll see if I'm going to be able to pick up some replays and maybe co-cast in some live stream and just record it or whatever, and we'll see. I'm working on connections and stuff. Anyways, we see Earthshaker being picked up as a 3rd pick by the Radiant. Very anti-push heavy that current lineup. Earthshaker obviously is a great support, especially if you think it's going to be a lot of pushing and a lot of additional summons walking at you, and so we'll see if that's going to be the case, because I mean there's no Furin right now, and Plague Wards don't count as summons, right? So Sand King doesn't. I mean, even though he can push really fairly good, I don't know. I don't see how Earthshaker is necessarily the best pick right here. But maybe they have a greater plan. Maybe they want to use him as a big initiator anyways, offensively also, and don't even care about his great turtling capabilities with his Echo Slam. Echo Slam amplifying the damage the more creeps there are in his AoE when he Echo Slams. So he's a very, very good turtling hero, because if you're getting pushed and there are huge creep waves coming into your base, and you have a Blink Dagger, or even if you don't have a Blink Dagger and somehow get a good ulti off, you have huge damage output. In the banning phase, we see Void and Anti-Mage being banned out. Interesting that they banned out Void. I don't necessarily see Void being banned very often in the current scenes. So maybe they don't like playing against Void. I don't know. Otherwise, I mean, it's not necessarily a fairly typical ban, even if it's in the second banning stage. Anti-Mage, well, still gets banned quite frequently, even though Anti-Mage is getting, I would say he's dropping out of the trend of being first pick anyways, or isn't first pick anyways anymore, and he's starting to be ignored because people learn how to deal with him, having a lot of disables and just shutting him down very early. And if a team does well with that, your Anti-Mage is not going to do anything, even if he's going to go with a more team-oriented build like a Vanguard and a Vlads and maybe Manta, without going to Battle Fury and farming first 20 minutes AFK. Yeah, even then he's just going to be useless if he's being shut down early. We have a Vengeful Spirit and a Crystal Maiden coming out, so I guess now two supports are being picked up by both teams, Venomancer and Vengeful Spirit on the Dire team, and QWERT is opting for the Earthshaker Crystal Main, which is obviously a very, very strong support duo. Also, I mean, Vengeful Spirit and Venomancer slow is huge too. A reliable stun followed by a slow, or whichever way. I mean, you can chase, you can hit him down. As we see, Alchemist being picked up as a fifth pick. Interesting, very interesting pick. I haven't seen any game with Alchemist so far. So maybe, I guess, my estimation is going to be some sort of pro game, high skill game. Maybe it's not true, but we will see. I mean, teams like to experiment, and especially in the lower, I would say lower tier teams, they tend to have unusual lineups and just fight their way up with it, because it's nobody ever saw it, and some people can't deal with it. What you can see often with tier 2 teams is some strong Kunkka combination coming out, and Kunkka is not being played almost at all in the pro scene. Well, yeah, I guess the last 2 weeks he has been picked up a few times, and I guess the trend might be shifting towards him, because people do realize that he has so strong team fight potential with his given splash damage, Tidebringer, and also his ship, if it hits his torrent, is just great hero. If you can combine him with like some sort of AoE ultimate and a lot of AoE spells, you hit that ship and you hit maybe Enigma ultimate or a Darkseer vacuum into a wall, it's just gonna be a huge mess for the opposing team if you hit all of those. So myWin.dota picking up Alchemist as a 5th pick and as the carry pick. I guess that the Radiant team is sort of wondering what they want to do, because they are debating and using all their bonus time. As we see, it's running out, and they pick up Potten. So, Priestess of the Moon, Mirana, very, very strong pick. She can do whatever she wants. She can solo mid also. She can go offlane. She can get her farm up very fast once the game enters mid game, even if she got shut down completely on offlane, because she has Starfall that basically almost clears a creep wave. Just need to like stack in some last hits, and you can get your farm up very easily. You get some levels up because it's a solo lane anyways. We will see how that's gonna work out. I suppose it might be a tri-lane with Leshrac, Earthshaker, and Crystal Main, which is a huge tri-lane because there's so much burst damage coming out. I'm not going to go over the hero names or the players playing, as we see in Alchemist without a head heading towards top. Interesting. That is probably just Dota bugging around, but it works often. Right? It's gonna be a strong hero without a head. Anyway, I'm not going to go over the players because, first of all, I guess they're not too familiar, and second of all, some of those names I really don't know how to pronounce. For example, I'm not quite sure what this is going to be because this looks like Russian to me or some sort of Cyrillic language, so I don't know. I have no idea how to spell it. As we see, four Radiant heroes roaming up and trying to maybe block the creep camp with a ward and secure that, and maybe even get a first blood. And there we go with a long range fissure, Crystal Maiden Nova following up, arrow not hitting, Vengeful Spirit throwing out her stun, and guess nothing's gonna happen here. They're both gonna be totally fine. Nice try though, nice try. As we see Venomancer sort of making, it might be a dual lane, we will see. Sand King Venomancer would work probably, but not quite sure how they're gonna lane anyways. I mean, Alchemist obviously needs some help and some babysit to get his farm up. He definitely cannot solo, and it would be a wasted hero if he's gonna get solo. So I guess Windrunner will. I'm not sure what they're doing right now. Venomancer probably roaming top now, and Sand King taking over the long lane, hard lane versus the melee Beastmaster. Since it got scouted out, they did a nice quick lane shift, which I like. Really well played, because they waited, and Sand King waited in the middle and just checked out what's going to happen, where people are roaming, what's going to happen. So yeah, we have Leshrac versus an Windrunner. I expect this to be a fairly even lane. Leshrac at some point will be able to out-nuke Windrunner, but Windrunner is a fairly good last hitter. I mean, Leshrac obviously is too, so normally it should be quite even. Maybe after level 5 or 6, Windrunner will have some problems holding the line, but we'll see. Because I mean, Leshrac isn't strong pusher. Sand King versus Beastmaster, we will see how that's going to play out. Normally, both should be just last hitting, and probably Sand King is going to go. Yeah, he's going to go Cocastic Final, which is a huge buff on melee versus melee lanes, because last hitting just hurts the opposing hero if he's near the exploding cadaver. So we'll see how they're gonna handle. Yeah, we'll see how it's gonna play out. So yeah, we have a top lane which is gonna be the Earthshaker, Crystal Maiden, and Mirana versus a tri-lane of Venomancer, Vengeful Spirit, and the Alchemist. So I suppose that the Radiant team has the advantage here, simply because it's a range carry who can get more last hits in, and also it's a heavy nuke supporting team behind there, and if even if Bottom can have an arrow if she hits that one, there is a death for sure. We have follow-up fissures, or we could even just start with a fissure and an arrow following up. So there's a lot of stuns, and if you're getting caught out of position, you're gonna be dead. So I think that this tri-lane versus tri-lane is not going to be too effective for Radiant. However, if Venomancer can keep up this job of pulling, this is a nice double pull, really. I like it. He's going to deny a whole creep wave to the Radiant, which is fairly big. It's huge, actually, on tri-lane versus tri-lane. And also he's going to get a lot of XP experience, because he has two cams, which he's leeching experience off. And Vengeful Spirit can also pull like the top lane, and in that moment, two supports are getting solo XP. Also, the Alchemist can, as a melee, can just leech off XP in range, because he's not going to get denied too much XP, even if there's a deny. See, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's still like 34 experience for melee heroes, even if they're getting denied. As we see a boss coming out of myWin.dota, claiming to have some lags. We could, in that time, just jump over to CS right now. We see Sand King versus Beastmaster. 13-5 to 10-0. So Sand King is having the advantage currently. We'll see if he's probably gonna be able to continue this dominating lane advantage now, because once he's in advance, he's gonna be leveling up Poison Sting a lot more. Yeah, he is actually. So yeah, this is gonna be hard for Beastmaster to farm. He will have to throw a lot of Axes and maybe hope for some rune control at some point, or he's rushing Vladimir's, which is an interesting choice. Not quite sure. I mean, if they want to go push heavy, it's a great choice because it gives you armor for your team, gives you mana regeneration. It's overall a great item if you want to go push, definitely. However, normally you see Beastmasters going bottle maybe first, just if they have the boon control. I don't know if Leshrac is opting for a bottle. He upgraded to a magic wand first item. I do not like this choice because magic wand first item, you know, you should never upgrade a magic stick to a magic wand before you get even boots or a bottle, and in my opinion he really needs it. But currently we see that Leshrac is 25-7, so some huge farm coming out in 4 minutes. It's fairly great, really. I mean, that is more than 5 creep kills per minute, which is very decent. Windrunner just having 11-1, so totally getting outlaned. As I missed the first blood, I'm very sorry. Sand King, oh yes, not even using his ultimate, so he probably just stunned in, had before some harassment going on with his Caucastic final, and well played. Beastmaster going down. Anyways, so Windrunner surprisingly is getting outlaned heavily, opting for boots first, not even getting the rune. So maybe just simply because they think that the Radiant do have a good map control right now, which I mean both teams have a good map control right now. Also, I like this ward. It's good for seeing what's going on behind that pole, especially if Leshrac is farming more on his side, and maybe the lanes are sort of pushed to his side, which might happen depending on how lane control is going. Beastmaster just harassing with some axes. Not gonna hurt the Sand King too much. He's even got a bottle now, so the Sand King is gonna probably try to secure the runes and maybe go roam a bit. As we see Earthshaker right in that moment just saving himself with a fissure, almost going down to Vengeful Spirit, probably getting caught out of position. Alchemist, very low HP, opting for a Soul Ring first. It's a decent choice, especially once you have your ultimate. You can just always regenerate so much like HP, and it doesn't bother you at all that you have to pop this hand at the Soul Ring. And he obviously is going to use it just for farming issues. He didn't even skill stun once. So there you can see that he's just going for a huge farm. And that's the game plan of myWin.dota probably. They don't even want to dominate anything. They just want to win this by late probably. And I mean, I'm not sure if that's going to work because Potom has good farm. Or should be having good farm. And obviously, range hero is probably gonna outkite a melee hero. It depends. I mean, if Alchemist is gonna go for Radiance, it is a strong hero, sure. He can tank a lot, and he can just stand in there and do weak supports. As we see, Earthshaker being hugely out of position, but there's no stun of Alchemist, so this Earthshaker is gonna be totally fine. Anyways, what I was saying is yeah, Alchemist can tank a lot, and then if you have especially like heroes, Crystal Maiden, even Earthshaker, Leshrac, at least until he got his BKB up, and Potom, he's gonna deal a lot of damage if he's gonna be standing in the fight like for a long time, which he normally should be even if there's focus. Normally an Alchemist can tank a lot once he gets his items up. Obviously in the beginning you don't have any armor, it's only 3 armor, it's basically nothing. So he will probably go for Vanguard first, as we see Ring of Health and Stout Shield already being purchased. At the same time, Venomancer is going down to Leshrac, being, I don't know what happened here, but probably out of position, because I do not see how... Oh, or he just got ganked here, I don't know, maybe. Just trying to leech some XP, and nice job of Radiant killing Venomancer with both of those supports. Yeah, Leshrac is now starting to spam his skills. This Windrunner looking really poor compared to this Leshrac. Although, I mean, yes, Windrunner can catch up with farm, sure, but she should normally win mid, or at least hold mid to a big degree. I mean, we see Windrunner having 27-2, which, I mean, it's not that bad, I suppose, but on the high level of play, no chance. I mean, 51-10 is huge. In 8 minutes, very good job by Leshrac. We have all the supports. Well, actually, Venomancer is getting some last hits creep kills in because he's doing a lot of stacking, and he's probably farming. Yeah, he's farming woods with his wards. However, he is lacking currently some levels. If you compare the supports to each other, I guess they're still sort of on the same verge. Maybe the dire supports are a bit more farmed, but it's nothing too big. This Sand King might be in trouble. Yes, he is in trouble. The roar goes out, and he goes down before Leshruck is there. Actually, Leshruck is on the same team, so never mind that. So even though Sand King was winning this lane pretty heavily, I guess the lanes are not working out that well, or yeah, Radiant is doing a fairly good job in roaming the map and having map control and killing off people. It's 3-1 for Radiant, so as we see a possible trade going on, except this, yeah, not a lot of work being done on the tower of the top Radiant. I'm not sure if they're aware that Crystal Maiden TP'd in, but they should definitely care a bit. Yeah, okay, they're backing off. So yeah, Alchemist is probably getting good farm now because he's just spamming that acid spray, and it does a lot of damage and it gives you kills. And with the bonus Goblin's Greed, it's just going to be huge. A lot of extra gold coming in. 43-2, fairly decent. As we see, Sazu just having 24-4. So top Trident is working out, and the support of Dire is doing a very good job in keeping them, trying to like get the map control back. We saw Radiant being dominant in the early laning stage. As we see a huge engagement coming up, Crystal Maiden is frostbiting the Alchemist. Alchemist is so much HP. He's going to go down for sure. Potom trying to work on the Crystal Maiden, but might be in trouble to go down. As we see a roar coming out of Beastmaster for Alchemist, who was chasing Crystal Maiden. Mirana actually killing off the Vengeful Spirit. So that worked out for Radiant really good. Well, Crystal Maiden survived. Very nice TP of Beastmaster, who came in and roared the Alchemist, who was not able to kill off the support. So 4-1 in favor of Radiant, and we see that Radiant is pulling ahead a lot by especially XP. Oh, actually it's not. Interesting. How come? Let's see. Mirana's only level 5. I suppose that might be it. Alchemist level 8 because he's melee, and the Trident is working out very well because of the constant pulling of Venomancer, who's doing a really good job. Really, he's constantly in the woods and pulling. So very nice job by him. I suppose that might be why the experience is so heavily in favor of Dire, which, I mean, it's quite a bit for the early stage. 1,000 even was almost a 2,000 experience. That's a lot. However, the gold earned is still in front of Radiant. Not by a lot. It's really, you can neglect it. It's nothing big. So even though Radiant are leading by kills, I suppose that the top Trident is working out very well. And we see them tower diving right now. Alchemist might be out of position. Yes, there is the roar. There is Mirana TP, and this Alchemist is going to go down for sure. He should not be able to survive this. Yeah. Maybe he thought, maybe a miscommunication of the Dire team, who were trying to tower dive it and trying to kill off the Earthshaker. However, huge support TPs by teammates. So very nice team play by Radiant, and pulling ahead with 6-1. But as we just saw, I mean, it's not a huge difference in gold, and I suppose the experience was not as huge either. So, or was in front of Radiant. As we see, oh, this is huge. Arrow and Fissure hitting, easy damage, and the tower is been taken by Leshruck, the Diabolic Addict. So Radiant is pulling ahead. They got 2 towers now, 2 outer towers, as we see. Crystal Maiden going down to Windrunner power shot, but Windrunner going down immediately too, and Venomancer is going down too. Just so much damage output, so much nukage by the complete Radiant team, as we see Leshruck going down to a rebuttal kill with a buyback of Windrunner. So we see a lot of kills right now. Huge fights right now. So 9-4 right now. It was 6-1. So we see. I guess it's an even trade. It's 3-3. But however, they got the top tower, and in my opinion, Leshruck having 5 kills it's decent, very decent. He has huge farm too. He has 71 creep kills plus the 5 kills. So we will see what he's going to opt for. He's going Drummond, Endurance, Arcanes. Maybe he's going to rush BKB next. We will see, or opt for a point boost just to have a little bit more XP, HP, obviously health points, which would help him in those fights, because that was a long fight compared for the time we were in the game stage. Beastmaster is starting to get in the game very good. He's there when the fights are happening. He's constantly using his roar. So, in my opinion, nice job. We see a sentry dropped by Crystal Maiden. So good job scouting out that or thinking about. Oh, Crystal Maiden is dead for sure. going down to a solo ultimate of Sand King. As we see Mirana in huge trouble, she's gonna go down for sure. Vengeful Spirit still goes down first. Beastmaster uses Roar already, is not gonna be able to kill anyone off. Is he gonna able to survive? No, no way, no way. No support of Earthshaker or Leshrac. Ultimate of Venomancer being dropped out, even though Venomancer is fairly low. Maybe it's gonna be triple kill for Leshrac, we will see. One more hit on Venomancer. Venomancer is gonna go down. Windrunner is still up, but she's gonna go down too, so a triple kill for Leshrac. Strong play by Radiant, just using that Leshrac, having him survive and go in late when all the skills of Dire team are on cooldown. So yeah, I guess Dire got baited there, or just uncleverly chased into the river and even almost went uphill, not seeing who was coming in of the Radiant team. So well played. 13-8 now by Radiant. A lot of kills happening now. I like this. This is a good game to watch, and I haven't missed too many kills except First Blood and I think a kill on Windrunner or something. So yeah, I hope you are enjoying this game, and we will probably see a lot more team action to come. I mean, Earthshaker and Sand King always are looking for a good ultimate position, so we'll see. Earthshaker being pretty poor right now. Let's compare the items of. Yeah, we see gold in favor of Radiant now, and XP spiking up after those clashes, especially for Leshrac. Yeah, so let's look at the item choices. We have a Leshrac already at Soul Booster, minute 15. Soul Booster, Drum of Endurance, and he has a bottle too and boots. I mean, so he's insanely farmed, whereas the Windrunner only has half of a mecha, I suppose, and some boots and a magic stick, not even a one. So yeah, the Windrunner being totally outlaned, and Leshrac is being fed supremely. 8-1 for Leshrac. What else do we see? We see Alchemist, who hasn't been in any of the fights except the last big one here. Having his Vanguard up and his Fate's boots, which is, I guess, decent. As he goes down, sorry for missing that. Going down to 4 people, so Alchemist not tanky enough yet. Definitely not. We see the Dire pressuring this tower, however, immediate support TPs to put everybody TPing, just nice team play. Fissure completely blocking in Venomancer, not going to be able to get out. Double kill for Mirana, picking up the Venomancer and the Vengeful Spirit. So Radiant is just pulling ahead by so far, even though this tower was threatened. Just great, everybody carrying TPs around. Very nice play. Crystal Maiden obviously playing the ward bitch right now. Excuse my language, but that's what she is. She's just warding, de-warding, and she's doing a good job right now, helping the Radiant to secure their lead right now, because they're obviously leading. And they need to just establish that they have the map control, that Dire is a little bit scared, not farming too far out of the lanes, and punish them if they do so. And with that, the mind of... As Alchemist still doesn't have a head, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, huge boob. Whatever, anyways, maybe that's why it's not going so well for him. Yeah, as long as Dire is not able to have great map control and is in a bad position and can't farm as much as the Radiant, Radiant is just gonna slow choke them, because they will be able to farm all lanes. As we see again, a double support coming in. Arrow will fly out in a second. We will see if it's gonna hit. Invisibility of Mirana, so tanking up some mana really quick. Crystal Maiden being blocked, even though she's smoked up. However, Earthshaker and Leshrac are there. There is the Sand King, Boros Strike and ultimate. However, being interrupted. No ultimate of Sand King. Unlucky play. With the Venomancer ultimate, all would have probably been destroyed completely. Nice ultimate of Mirana, saving the support of... Is Crystal Maiden gonna go down? She needs to care, and she will survive. Yeah, saving really hurt complete teammates, because that might have gone the complete other direction. And if Sand King wouldn't have gotten his ultimate off, I think that Radiant would have been completely destroyed. However, that is not the case, and Radiant keeps punishing keeps punishing the Dire for running in 2 versus 3 and 2 versus 4, trying to defend towers. Even though this game is about towers, you should not ever feed like too hard. And this is definitely starting. This is now gonna become a slaughter because it's already 21-10, and probably see the experience spiking up. Already 7.5k. Probably even gonna spike up even more. Gold earned is already at 5,000. Probably gonna be at 7.5k with the next update. Item-wise, we see even the support being farming up now. Urshiga having his arcane boots up. Crystal Maiden, we will see how much money she has. Crystal Maiden currently is sitting at 170. I guess the wards are just taking all her money away. But nice play of supports, not feeding too much. 1, 2, and 2, and 0 and 3, having great assists. So yeah, I suppose it's going very well for the Radiant. Leshreck is having 12-1 and 103 kills, which is huge, and he will probably have his he has his soul boost, Bloodstone done, which is gonna be even greater now if they kill even more people, because he's gonna get charges, and charges, we all know charges are awesome on soul boosters, right? Bloodstones. He, however, should probably think about a BKB, because there's a lot of stun and a lot of magical damage coming out of the Dire team. Maybe even thinking about, maybe if he thinks he can get it, Beastmaster's not getting it, he should think about a pipe. We'll see. Pipe would benefit his whole team and would be a great item versus Venomancer. As we see, the Scout Hawk is scouting, doing his job. Even wards are placed, so the super offensive, aggressive. Yeah, Vengeful Spirit totally out of position. No map control at all, and Dire is just feeding at this point. No chance for them right now. They're not playing cleverly, not playing safe, not able to play safe because of Crystal Maiden's good job of warding, and Beastmaster Scout Hawk doing a lot of work right now. So yeah, even though Sand King had a good time on his offlane, not gonna be able to do anything really. I mean, he hasn't been able to drop a lot of. Actually, he hasn't been dropping, I think, a single team fight ultimate. So yeah, I guess a single kill on Crystal Maiden is huge, but not huge enough for this game. Definitely not. Yeah. Currently, Dire is looking at a very grim situation. I mean, tier 2 tower top is already dropping. They only have a tier 1 tower bottom, and they have no other tier 1 towers, so they're lacking a lot of gold right now too. And yes, you can catch up with that later on in the game if you survive the game, the mid game. But right now, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to survive the mid game. It's 23-10. I mean, that's just huge. I mean, I'm not quite sure what they're going to be able to do. But yeah, let's see. Obviously, Dota can always turn, and the tides can always change. We all know, playing pubs, there's always that impossible comeback, which somehow is possible suddenly. So yeah, Vengeful Spirit should know that there's a ward up there. Chooses not to deward, even though she has the money for sentries. Don't know exactly why. Beastmaster. KSing that creep like a boss. So yeah, good job. Look at this. This is already pretty offensive, and normally you should be punished for this, but Beastmaster has a Scout Hawk and is just standing so aggressive and is able to do so just because the Dire is totally not able to. Yeah, I guess the Dire really. Okay, failed by Venomancer blocking the creep camp and not being able to farm more with his wards. However, nice job trying to pick up some farm in some safe location, because really that's what I need. He is working on the mechanism, but I doubt he will get it up like anytime soon. Vengeful Spirit is still the poor support, not buying sentries. Maybe opting for a stake, which she should have gotten early. Really, it's an important item on support. It's the easiest regeneration item you can get, or consume. Yeah, it's basically like a consumable item, just way better. I mean, a lot of team clash going on, so a lot of spells being popped. As we see Venomancer going down to Leshreck, he's godlike already. Soon will be beyond godlike, and as we said before, the soul booster is getting stacked. Opted for Boots of Travel, even being able to just TP around the map, being able to TP on the Beastmaster Hawk. As we see Raw going out, Axes fly out, and immediately Vengeful Spirit is dropping out. Huge ultimate being stuck. Wow, nice ultimate by Sand King. Very low. Oh, Mirana being able to survive even though she's so low. Sand King going down even though his ultimate was really good. However, there's no chance to follow up for the for the Dire right now, and they're not able to. As we see this chicken being flying around, sort of out of position. But yeah, this Alchemist is out of position too. This is a massacre. This is a huge massacre. Venomancer ultimate coming when there's no follow-up. No clue what that was about. And Beastmaster is even going to survive with this TP, so... Yeah. Very, very, very well played by Radiant, or maybe just not as well played by, or bad played by the Radiant, Dire, as Mirana's going down. Maybe being out of position, but yeah. I don't know. I feel like they did get outpicked also, because Alchemist is not doing what he should be doing. He doesn't have items, he's not able to tank up because it's so heavy burst damage coming out of the Radiant. I mean, every single hero is able to burst down like any hero of the Dire lineup so easily. With a little focus fire, I mean, hero's gonna get off like no other. I guess this courier is being used to scout, or I don't know actually what's being used for. Sand King has his dagger up, so that's not bad. That's actually pretty big. However, I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough, because he can blink in, he can get off a good ultimate. But who's gonna follow up? An Alchemist who is only Vanguard right now and face boots? Nah, I don't think so. Not gonna happen. He's gonna die immediately. Well, Venomancer, yeah, he might go in and just drop his ultimate and go down immediately too. However, he almost has his mechanism, so I guess for the situation the Dire is in right now, I suppose good job. Yeah, farming those ancients with his wards. I suppose that's a fairly decent job. So we see a smoke going on by oh my god, Venture Spirit trying or farming Beastmaster summons, but getting punished immediately afterwards for that because there's a smoke. I like that Radiant is keeping the pressure really high. They're not just gonna go farm. They are playing really aggressive, and they know they have the advantage currently. They have the map control. They are still having it, and they just punish the Dire for doing bad in early game, and by that just losing mid game so hard right now and being so weak. I mean, the experience difference should be almost 20,000. It's so big. I mean, yeah, I don't see this going anywhere else but a clear Radiant victory. Just too much to catch up for Dire. The hole is way too big. We have 2 boosts of travels on the Radiant team, which are very, very nice, because there's a lot of flexibility. As we see a Roshan attempt, Roshan's probably going to be able to go down quite fast. Except not. It's going to take a while, I suppose, but I guess the burst damage of the nukes is enough, even though there is the spell protection of Roshan. Yeah, what they're missing is some armor reduction, I suppose. I mean, yes, Diabolic Edict is going to be enough, and we have someone who's going to be able to slow with the Beastmaster. Beastmaster's Warlock Golem? Definitely not true. Beastmaster, I don't know what it's called. I guess it's a pig. I don't even know what it's called. Never mind that. Yeah, as you probably are able to hear out, my first language is German, I suppose. I do speak English very well because I have been living in the States for a bit, and yeah, so that's I decided to cast in English just because it might reach a bigger audience, since I'm not going to be able to have a big audience anyways. So yeah, maybe I'll start casting in German at some point, but currently I don't see that happening yet, because I don't think there's going to be a huge base of people wanting to see me cast games, but we'll see. Anyways, Alchemist is not gonna doesn't have any item progression. It's probably still trying to get the Radiance. I don't think that's the right choice. They will have to turtle so hard and so long. I don't think it's gonna be possible, even though they have the wards up and the mechanism. So that's a good job. Windrunner has her pipe up, but nothing else. No face boots, no force staff. So really, really, really poor Windrunner. She's not gonna be able to escape as good. And just feeding, I guess, like the rest of the team. However, now we see initiative of the Dire team trying to find somebody with smoke. And they might even find... Yeah, they're going to find Mirana. However, Mirana just gets out, so really, that is just sad. Sad for the Dire, who tries to do something, but doesn't get anything accomplished, and is even getting pushed tier 3 towers, so... Yeah. Dire is having huge problems. I don't think they're gonna win this, but we'll see. Obviously, I always like to see some sort of comeback happen and some sort of intense moments. But this is really just a game where myWin.dota is being outplayed and maybe even outpicked. I don't see Alchemist working too good in current metagame. It's just, yes, Acid Spray is a huge skill, I suppose, and can be counted as an anti-push skill, but as we see but we see Leshrac being sort of out of position, knowing he has an Aegis and a Bloodstone, tanking it up, baiting out a swap by Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit almost down by Leshrac. Suddenly there's a roar of Beastmaster. Yeah, we see Earthshaker drop his ultimate. However, Sand King comes in to clean up a little bit with the complete support Radiant squad. So nice job by him. But this Leshrac, is just, it's crazy. It's holy shit, basically. So yeah. Oh, BKB, nice item choice by Alchemist. I liked it a lot. Not opting for Radiance. Good job, because there's so much burst damage coming out of the Radiant side. However, it would have been so nice to see a quick pipe on Alchemist, in my opinion. It would have been way better than this late pipe by Wyvern, because your whole team can benefit early games so much by having that 400 spell block damage. Spell damage blocked. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, we see Radiant going to take a convincing victory. First game wasn't as clear to me. I mean, at some point, yeah, myWin.dota did also just choke, I suppose. Getting a double, killing 3 people off, and gonna be able to. Oh, he bought back, even though he has such a small cooldown with respawn time with Bloodstone, but immediate port back, and Leshrac obviously doesn't care about positional play anymore. They're just trolling and having fun, because this game is clearly won. Yeah. 20k gold difference, 25k experience difference, so this is over. However, nice spirit by complete dire side. Not GG calling it right now, even though it is a clear GG already. Maybe they just want to kill just somebody and have some sort of, euphoric moment. I don't know. Item-wise, I think there's nothing too exceptional. I mean, Bloodstone, Aghanims works well, I suppose, on this level, especially. Not having a BKB, I guess, is fine. You see, he had such a big farm advantage that he had the right items and he didn't even need the BKB. As we see Alchemist popping his BKB and getting his kill. Wow, he's maybe gonna carry us now. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think so, but for a moment you could see a glimpse of what Alchemist could do to the Radiant team. But yeah, Leshrac being out of position and going on. Oh god, the swap. Very nice. Finally Leshrac goes down after 20 minutes. 20 seconds, I mean. So yeah. Anyways, 1.5 lanes gone. I guess this is already count as a real. Yeah, this is already Rex gone down, because range barracks. Who cares about them? I mean, really won't creep. Melee barracks are the important barracks in Dota. Good job, Alchemist. Yeah. Anyway, I don't see how this game is gonna be able to go a long while from here. Is myWin.dota not strong enough to take on QWERT? Which play really, I mean, very convincing. Maybe it looks like a pop stomp a little bit, but I'm sure myWin.dota is not the worst team. I mean, they got into the best of 16 from its goes to monthly qualifiers, and there are a few teams that are really, tier 2, tier 3, as we see the GG with well played being called. So this game is over now. But yeah, myWin.dota is certainly not being a bad team. It's definitely, not mid-skilled. I'm pretty sure they would be termed as high-skilled, because they won, I think, two rounds in its goes to monthly qualifiers. So, yeah. But QWERT, very strong, very, very strong. We will see. I guess we will see. We know that they did not get into the last best of 4 to qualify for its gold goes to Monthly Madness tournament because yeah, it's going on right now, and you already saw the bracket. So, but definitely high level of play, and I like the game. A lot of kills, 41 to 16. Obviously, the Dire got crushed pretty badly. So yeah, nice game. Thanks for listening, watching. As always, try to, if you want to, you can leave a comment and maybe suggesting things I could do better, because I'm a caster who just started casting, and maybe even suggesting if I should go into casting German or not. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching and listening, and see you guys around when I have the next replay available. Anyway, see you.